Hi guys, I'm making a tutorial about how to work the HoopDaddy Phoenix LED hoop. I had a request from someone who was wondering how the remote control works and how to control the hoop. So here it is. This is the remote that came with the hoop, and basically it's a TV remote control, but it was fixed and changed to work the hoop. So basically, obviously, this is the power button. So this will turn the hoop on, and whenever I click off, it actually puts the hoop into sleep mode. And so that whatever pattern I was on whenever I was hooping and put it into sleep mode, or if I turn it back on, it automatically pops up into that same pattern, which is very convenient. Unlike the atomic hoop, where you have to go back through all of the selection modes to get back to where it was. Okay, so the top one is the power button, and then the next two are the channel. The channel buttons change the patterns of the hoop. So I'm going to turn the hoop on here. Okay, and as you can see, the pattern here. Okay, if I do the channel up button, changes the pattern, and now we have some rainbow LEDs. Okay, and again, each time I hit the channel button, it's just changing the pattern. Okay, as you can see, channel button switches. Okay, and then the channel down button would be the channel that it was just on. So we're going back down. Okay, so that's just to change the pattern. Okay, the mute button here on the remote, this one right here, this puts the hoop into random shuffle mode. Okay, so now if I'm hooping, I can go ahead and hoop, and it's just going to change modes on its own. Okay, so again, we were talking in a thread on Hoop City about the HoopDaddy Phoenix hoop versus the Atomic, and again, with this hoop, it has a random shuffle mode, unlike the Atomic, where you are in one mode and that's it. So you can either choose to hoop in one single mode, or you can have it on shuffle, or you can have someone on the side with the remote control, and while you're hooping, they can manually change the pattern that you're hooping on. Okay, so if we're hooping in a mode, someone's standing on the side, whoop, here's the channel button, next pattern. So that's pretty cool that someone on the side can actually control the hoop. Okay. The next buttons down here are the volume buttons. Okay, volume up, volume down. That changes the brightness. So volume up, that's getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. Volume down, brightness is lowered. Okay. And then the AV and TV switch sets it into a different program mode, and I'm not really used to that program mode, but you can find the details of that on HoopDaddy's website, I'm pretty sure. And this is the remote control, again, that controls the hoop, and it's convenient that it's on a little keychain, so that way people who are very good at losing things like me can try to prevent that by clipping it somewhere, whether it's onto my jeans or onto my keychain. That's nice. So anyways, here I'm pressing the power button, turning the hoop off into sleep mode. Okay, I also wanted to show you the physical buttons. As I mentioned in the thread on Hoop City, I got the HDPE tubing instead of the Polypro tubing, just because I was afraid I was going to lose the remote control. And with the Polypro tubing for this HoopDaddy hoop, you can only control it by remote control. The Polypro tubing does not have the physical joystick and the physical power on and off button. So again, this is my HDPE tubing, and I was able to get a physical joystick and on and off button because I chose that type of tubing. So see if I can get it up to the camera here. So this is the physical on and off button here, this little white square. So if I press it, my hoop will light up with the green LEDs and then some red, and then excuse me, sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. and then it will go into a pattern. Okay, so again, this white little button here is my power on and off button. Okay, the black hole beside it is the port for charging it. So you just stick your charger port in there. So, like this. Slides in there. Okay, so that's how I would charge my hoop. And then here is the joystick. It's on the top side of the hoop, the outside of the hoop. And I'm able to switch patterns by switching the joystick to the left or to the right. Here, I'm hitting it with my fingernail. So I'm switching patterns this way. So again, the joystick is for switching patterns. Okay, the patterns of the LED lights. So if I wasn't clear enough, whenever I'm saying patterns, it's the mode that my LEDs are lighting up in. Okay, so this is a pattern, and then if I change it, this is another pattern. Okay. So the joystick is only for changing the patterns, and then the power on-off switch is for turning it on and off. Okay, so there are two separate buttons for that.